Hello there, boxing fans around the world. Thank you for joining us once again here on Talk and Fight for another episode of Knuckle Up. It's Female Friday, and I don't know if you caught it, but that was an amazing interview we had with Hannah Hansen down in Germany. What a spark plug she was. Wow. Honestly, man, professional runway model, DJ, world champion kickboxer, and has now embraced us with her skills in the boxing ring. Wow, that's crazy. And she was, and she was saying how inspirational she was, or wanted to be, for younger women. Yeah, like you look at the number of women in boxing, and how many of them are saying exactly that. You know, like, can you imagine? Like, I'm young, I'm pretty, and I want to hit someone in the face.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's great. I think it's awesome.
Either our guest has frozen or that's just a picture. What do we think?
I'm gonna go with frozen. I'm gonna go because it's been happening all week.
Oh, there we go.
Hi, Natalie. How are you?
Hi, everyone.
Hello. Good afternoon.
How are you doing? Thanks for having me. Sorry, I'm late.
Thank you for joining us.
Hey,
gentlemen,
I have a question. Where are you? Are you in Canada? You're in Jamaica? Or are you in America right now?
Oh goodness, someone's done their homework.
Yes.
Well, I was joking. I was joking. You're like the Lennox Lewis of women.
Oh my gosh, thank you. That's such a great. That's such a great comparison. Right now, I'm in the DMV of the United States, so the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. I'm doing a bit of, outside of boxing work, but I still travel around and I give my insights and I give my help where I can with other fighters and other gyms and things like that.
Nice.
That's
awesome. All right, Mike, go away. Literally.
So, Natalie, you wanted to join us today and talk about women's boxing and everything that's going on. Honestly, I think 2022 is actually going to be a huge year for women's boxing, and I think that finally that these super fights are about to happen. I think we're about to embark on a new era for women in boxing. To be honest.
Okay. Is it my turn?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Let's
I love the fact that you guys are interested now as men. I love that you feel like this is a big year because women's boxing, I'm pretty old. I've been in female boxing for over 20 years, and every year of those 20 years was the year, was the grand year, was the biggest year of female boxing. I think now that we have men like you that are truly respectful and interested in what we do, makes it more special. It's becoming more valid now, a thing. It was always a thing before, but now, we have your attention and it feels good.
You definitely have.
There are super fights. I wouldn't call them super fights. I said initially that I'm the cold splash of water in everyone's face, because in women's boxing, it's just you're a female boxer to everyone else. You're relative to the other female boxer. Oh, I know a female boxer. And then when you find out who the female boxer is, oh, she took some classes. She didn't actually travel the world, and she didn't actually, she wasn't a real gladiator. She just took some classes, Or I know a female boxer. Yeah, she's great. Oh, 2 fights? She only had 2 fights? Oh, okay. I've had 80 fights. So just having a platform to speak with you gentlemen, to delve deeper in understanding what the climate is as a female boxer, is important, because when you guys know, then you can really say or have some substantial input in what needs to happen in female boxing, which is real fights need to happen in female boxing.
Yeah.
We're talking about mega fights. Let's talk about the mega fight coming up. Supposedly, Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano. That's a mega fight.
Yeah, it's a mega fight. Honestly, it's a mega fight just because it's a fight that needs to happen and a fight that we've been waiting to see happen. And finally, there's two people that have gotten together that are able to get the deal done. That's
the thing.
Politics.
Yes. So in women's boxing, I give it to Katie Taylor. She has her people have moved her fantastically, and if that's a word, and she has comprised a good resume.
Right.
Amanda Serrano also.
Right.
But the only mega person in the two would be Katie Taylor.
Right.
I would say Amanda Serrano, she has been moved, but she's done what everyone else in women's boxing has done. She's fought fights.
Yeah.
She's not a gatekeeper.
No.
I don't see her as a gatekeeper. And this is not me downing her. This is me just knowing the climate. So this is a great fight, but it's not a mega fight.
Okay.
I mean, to know if it's a mega fight, gentlemen, ask yourself this question. What happens to the loser?
Okay.
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 If Katie Taylor loses, then what? She rides off into the sunset. Whoever she fights again is that lady, Amanda. If Amanda loses, guess what happens? She ends up in the bargain bin with the rest of them. This is not a mega fight.
True. So,
okay.
What do you think? What do you think about Clarissa Shields versus Savannah Marshall?
Now we're talking.
That needs to happen. That needs.
Yeah, cooking with Crisco. Okay. All right. That is a mega fight. Why? Because Clarissa Shields is Clarissa Shields.
Yeah.
She has. I don't think she's the Guat. I've been around.
Yeah.
Clarissa got the opportunity that all of us fought for.
Right.
When I was around, there was no Olympics.
Exactly.
Otherwise, I would have gone to the Olympics.
Exactly.
I was on the women's U.S. Olympic team. I was also the Jamaican women's team. So somehow I would have got there. I was also two-time world silver medalist when the world championships was all we had. So I was arguably the best, if not one of the best women in the world doing this. Okay. And at that level, I saw some things and I saw some talents. And Clarissa Shields, she is very talented. She's very intelligent, but she is not the Guat. There have been better. They just didn't get the opportunity that she did. So we'll celebrate her. We'll celebrate her accomplishments and say that, yes, she is the best now. But we have Savannah Marshall, which is the blemish on her perfect record.
Exactly. And
I would say this. In amateur boxing, there's a lot of politics, and she may have gotten politicked because amateur boxing is way different. It's apples and oranges, way different than professional boxing, right? Amateur boxing, all the dots have to be connected in order for the picture to be seen. Pro, that's when, it gets real funky, and it's a real fight. Right. And there's no rules in a real fight. There's just a winner and a loser.
Right.
OK, so now this is a mega fight because, yes, Savannah Marshall did get Clarissa Shields
Yeah.
because she connected all the dots. But can she win in a real fight with Clarissa Shields? That's the question.
Well, that is
And she's not gonna, the thing is, what happens to the loser is, in this one, is they get to try again. Because Savannah Marshall has changed. She has evolved as a fighter. So I don't see this being a one-off like Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano.
okay.
I actually see this being kind of maybe a trilogy. I do.
Oh, okay. I never even thought that deep into it, to be honest. But
yeah, well, you
Yeah,
know, this is
yeah.
female boxing, and that's my baby.
Hey, like I said, it's exciting. I love watching it, man. I love.
Yes. So we talk about the equivalent, and I love you. I'm already in love with you. You know, I'm the Lennox Lewis. Oh my gosh, you made my day. But I would say this matchup, I see this as the Fury Wilder of women's boxing.
Okay. Okay.
I do. Why? Because people underestimate boxing. Like I said, especially women's boxing. And we have two accomplished, very smart contenders. Okay? So we'll see the first fight, but we won't get enough of it. We'll say, oh man, maybe if it was a 3-minute round, or if they had one more round, or something like that.
Maybe if
This
it was
is money.
Yeah,
This
man.
is money. That's mega in women's boxing.
That's mega money.
Okay? Yeah. Listen, I pay some of my rent money to see this. Okay? Katie Taylor versus Amanda, I'm not sure. But this one, yeah. Right? It has all the ingredients, right? It has a story. It has the drama, and it has legitimacy as well. And I have to say this, my girl Clarissa didn't look good in her last fight.
No, she didn't.
I mean, what do you guys think? Talk to me.
Yeah, I think it was expected for her to stop this girl, and she ended up going the distance with her. I think it was more exciting the interaction with her and Savannah after the fight was more exciting than the fight itself.
I love that. I mean, that's what it's about. That's what it's about too. I like that back and forth. I don't know if y'all have the bleep button, but you know what? Talk that shit. Okay?
That's right.
Because that's what a fight's all about. And we are professionals. So we fight and we're bantering, we're going back and forth. And before we even get to the ring, sometimes the fight is won before you get into the ring.
Exactly.
Right. Hey, can you tilt the camera down just a little bit? It's kind of cutting off your chin. If you can just tilt it.
Okay.
There we go. There we go.
That's good. That's perfect.
Now we get to see the lovely jawline and the nice neck.
Okay. Thanks for looking out.
I got
so where was I? Yes. So the ingredients are there. Clarissa came out. This is why I say Clarissa's not the one. If you are the greatest of women of all time, you got knockout power too. And that's just something you're born with. I was blessed to have that. Most of my fights were ended by knockout. Right. And because of that, I tend to be a samurai. If I wasn't, like if I wasn't going to stop you, you better stop me,
right.
So, that was a bit of my career, the story of my career. But Clarissa Shields came out and she thought that the story was going to be the same as when she left and went to MMA.
Yeah, that's right.
You don't do that.
You can't.
Boxing is a jealous boyfriend. You got to be loyal. Yeah. Right? You got to stand in it. You got to keep your foot in it. She went and did MMA. She came back. She didn't look sharp. She didn't add anything to the pot that old Clarissa Shields didn't. Do you understand what I'm saying? So
she looked like she had ring rust. She looked like she had ring rust.
You don't do that, right?
Mhm.
And then she fought, like Marshall said, she fought a child.
Yeah.
She did. Yeah. And not child meaning I'm sunning this girl. You know, child meaning that you are supposed to be the guat. She shouldn't be able to stand in this ring with you.
Exactly. Exactly.
She went the whole she danced the whole dance with you, girl. What's going on? Right? That's where we are at. That's where I'm at. So these people, congratulations, and you look great. And she was taking those shots. We signed up for this. I signed up to give, and I signed up to take. And that girl did, if anything, she made that girl look a lot better than she probably would have.
Well, she gave her confidence just able to go 12 rounds with Clarissa.
With who? The guat, right? I would be talking that yang if I was that young lady, right?
Right.
I went 12 rounds with the guat. She couldn't do nothing with me. That's how you sell yourself, right?
Yeah.
She didn't drop her. She didn't hurt her. I didn't see anything. She was right there in her face the whole time. Boom. Okay, what you got? That's not something that I would pay for. Right? And so we go right back to this. At the end of the day, we know it, guys. This is entertainment. It's about making that bread, right? Yeah. Clarissa Shields. Sorry, girl, you ain't bringing bread to the business. You're supposed to be the guat.
Yeah.
Okay, that's number one. Number two, your performance now, before I believed in the guat. Now I'm looking at Savannah like, girl. And then at the end, let me tell you, I love when Savannah Marshall told her she was going to wind her neck in. I said, You know what? I like it. I bought the ticket right there. Yes, I want to see this.
Yeah.
Guys, and Marshall is tall. She's been focused. She has leverage on her punches.
Yes.
She has the ability to stop contenders. Clarissa Shields, all of her fights have gone into long decisions. That's the scale that we're weighing on right now.
Yeah.
So like I said, I see this as a Tyson Fury, the women's version of Tyson Fury versus Wilder.
So it's not going to. We're not just going to be graced with one great fight. We're going to see many.
You know what? If they really want to make this is a money thing. This is a money match right now, and there are no. People, and the ladies hate me for this too. Some of them. But the reality is, we fight for 3 minutes. We fight to go 12 rounds. But the thing about it, you have to prove what your market worth is.
Right.
And there's not enough female matches that are worth equal pay. There's not.
Right.
There's not. Right?
I know exactly what you mean. But see, the thing is, it's crazy because women's boxing, like, I love how the politics and the ducking and dodging don't get in the way of the actual goal, which is to get in the ring and fight. Women are like,
oh, it does. What do you mean?
Well, not as much. I don't think the women duck and dodge as much as.
No. That's all they do.
Really?
I sat on the set shelf. Cecilia Brækhus would not fight me.
Really?
I sat on the shelf. Yeah. Right? I was ready for all of them. I called all of them out.
Oh my God.
None would fight me. I was willing to go up and I was willing to go down. They started knocking on the doors after I lost. Right? And then when I came back and they saw, she still got some fight in her. The phone lines went dead. There's all that happens. And that's why I wanted to talk to you guys about that, because maybe if you guys start knowing what's really happening out here, you can really call on these women to step up.
Right.
I've been waiting for Michaela Meyer to step up, right? All of a sudden, like how did she get to where she's gotten?
Right.
You know, like she hasn't, and this is not me. Listen, I love my sport. I worked so hard in this. If I see a bad broad, I'm going to celebrate her because I know how hard it is to be that. But, you know, like Michaela Meyer versus, Tiara Brown.
Yeah.
That's the match.
Yeah.
That's a match.
That'd be a good
That's
one.
a match worth paying for. But guess where Tiara Brown is? On the shelf. Nobody wants to fight her because she's a real fighter. Right? So these are the things that are happening. And what happens is they ignore you so much so that your bones get soft because you have to fight. You have to fight in order to be a fighter.
You gotta
if you're not fighting,
use it or lose it. Right? You got to use it or lose it.
Right. So if you're not fighting, your bones get soft. You know, you're not hitting as the pop ain't going to be there because you're not racing the Ferrari. Right. And then that's when they call you. 2 weeks notice. You got to fight. You've always. That's what you see in women's boxing right now.
Right.
Right. It's not that the contenders aren't there. It's not. It's behind the scenes. The fight's already won before we get into the winners already picked before we get into the ring.
What do you think? What do you think needs to be done? What's the biggest thing that needs to change to start moving forward from where we're at right now in women's boxing?
The biggest thing that needs to change is you guys are doing something about it right now. Having a platform that you guys talk about it and we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Right? Entertaining a fighter like me. And saying, let's talk. Let's hear the real shoogie doogie about what's going on. You know, I have no loyalty to anything but the truth. Right. I'm not afraid that a sanctioning body is not gonna put me in the ranking. You know, I'm not afraid of anything because I've been through it. I've been there. I've done that in this game.
Right.
You know, I go back and I help everyone that I can. The thing about it is you guys, the media, you guys that run the platforms now, you guys have to, it's good for you to be aware of the people who are the gatekeepers. Like right now, Melissa St. Bill, there was a women's tournament. Callie Ray's, Mary McGee. There's a new girl. I actually fought her, Jessica Camara and Chantel Cameron. Are y'all familiar with that one?
I know them all.
Yeah.
I know them all.
Talk about it. Okay. So, this tournament. If you guys saw it, what do you think about it? What did you think about what happened?
I missed the tournament. I heard about it, but I didn't actually see it.
I didn't see the tournament either, but I did hear about it. Jessica Camara.
All right, we're gonna have to watch it together, you guys. I love. That's a date.
Sounds good.
The first one was Mary McGee versus Chantel Cameron. Okay. And let me tell you something, Chantel. I like her. Okay, she's a pit bull.
Yes, definitely.
Okay,
I like her fighting style.
Yes, she's no nonsense. And Mary McGee, she's been around. She doesn't have much of an amateur background. She has some finesse. In their fight, Chantel showed Mary that this is not a game.
Yep.
Okay. You can't shimmy your way out of a fight. You got to be able to stand and deal with me. And Mary couldn't stand and deal with Chantel, right? Because there's got to be some trade, and there wasn't much. So Chantel dominated that fight.
Oh yes,
And
I believe this. I believe it was like unanimous decision outcome. I believe.
Yes, it was a unanimous decision. I'm coming from the old school. Like I said, these girls are nice to each other because Chantel could have very well stopped Mary McGee in that fight. But I think Chantel is trying to showcase who she is and what her skill set is, because you don't really, as a female fighter, there are very few opportunities to show what you're about. Right. So I think that's why she really didn't press and stop Mary, because that girl was putting that pressure on.
She was.
And Mary couldn't deal with the pressure.
Do you believe? Okay. Do you believe if they were able to have 3-minute rounds that the outcome could have been different?
Oh my gosh. I fought 3-minute rounds when I first started boxing.
Yeah.
And I fought I sparred 3 to 5 minute rounds when I was getting ready, when I was actively boxing, right? The mindset is different of a fighter who is fighting 2 minutes and a fighter who is fighting 3 minutes.
Right.
2 minutes is a sprint. I can go in and and run the time down, and I win the round because of activity. Mm-hmm. Because of activity. Mm-hmm. A 3-minute round now determines strategy, intent, and execution. You have to be able to execute all of those things in 3 minutes. Otherwise, you're going to lose the round, right? So it doesn't. 2-minute rounds depend. Your conditioning really determines whether you can win a 2-minute round. Right. Your game plan and your thought process determines whether you can win a 3-minute round. A lot of these young ladies, or a lot of these women, you can see from the way they fight, they don't have that education to fight a 3-minute round, right? Like I said, I'm old school. I was taught by old school men that really, they thought women shouldn't box, right? But I was there and they respected my skill set and my tenacity and my fire enough to teach me what they know. And they taught me a 3-minute mentality. Okay. So, I said that to say this, in this tournament, it's a sprint. So Mary lost her title. Mm-hmm. Chantel gained the belt.
Yep.
Chantel has the momentum. Then the matchup was against Callie Reyes versus Jessica Camara. Are you guys familiar with those two fighters?
Yes. Jessica Camara has actually been a guest on our show a few times.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll let you in on a little secret. That's not a secret.
I love secrets.
So Jessica Camara is a good fighter.
Yes.
I think she needs time still. Because she has not given herself enough time to develop as a fighter. She has potential. I fought Jessica Camara. She challenged me after I lost to Jessica McCaskill, right, which was that's a whole other show.
That's a whole other show.
But
that's the next time you come back. We'll talk about that one.
Oh gosh, yeah, I hope you guys have me back on. I fought her, and she was young in her career. She was young in the sport, and she's very strong. She's a strong, intense fighter. But guess what Sugar got?
Some power.
I got the power. Yes, I got power.
You got the
power.
But I
used this first. Yeah.
You got that power. And the mentality to fight through.
And the mentality. So I was able, I was hoping that I would teach her a lesson, but I stopped her in the fight. I knocked her out.
Yeah.
And she did some work and she came back and she fought, I think she fought Melissa St. Ville.
Yep.
Melissa St. Ville, y'all need to keep that one on your radar. Okay, she's a gatekeeper.
That one's secretly on the radar.
Melissa St. Ville is a gatekeeper. I don't know. I think they probably shelved her or something. That's a gatekeeper. This is her time. She's fought everyone. Why wouldn't she fight Katie Taylor? You understand? Look at her record. So she fought the gatekeeper, which is Melissa St. Ville, and she couldn't get past Melissa St. Ville. Right. Okay, so that's going to let you know what level you are in the game. You can't pass that gatekeeper. You're going to have to come back. You're going to have to reassess yourself. And so she came back and she fought Heather Hardy.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Okay, but Heather Hardy is a smaller fighter than her, and this is what they do in women's boxing. Okay? Yeah, Heather Hardy's a name, but that broad ain't in your weight class. Come on. You're right. She a bad chick, but she ain't a big chick like you.
No.
Right?
No.
So she got the win, and then I guess that win got her into the tournament. But I think she's too young. She's too green to be in this tournament. Yeah, when you hold a belt, you got to hold that belt. It's not that, I just got on the scene and, I'm going to get a belt. In women's boxing, we've lost the understanding of what a belt means. A belt means that I'm the best. I got this strap.
Yep.
You're going to have to be bad to come test me with this strap. Right? You can't just come Johnny come yesterday and try to test me. You got to earn your stripes, right? So,
that's right.
But I'll say this, Callie Ray's underestimated Jessica Camara. Callie Ray's been around. I actually wanted to fight her too. Callie Ray's didn't want to fight me until she heard through the grapevine that Sugar may not have been in the best shape.
Right.
And then I got a 2-week notice thing from her. And I'm like, nah, these shenanigans, no. All right, let's make some money. Don't try to run me over. Let's fight and let's make this a money fight. Maybe we could do it again.
Right.
Right. That's how that works. So I didn't take the fight. And then she went on. I think she fought Cecilia Brækhus after that, dropped Brækhus because she got a little pop, happy about it. But if y'all saw that fight on HBO and she dropped the girl, that's blood in the water. Go get it. She backed off. So I don't know if that was a behind the scenes agreement or if it's something that she just didn't know that she had. Right.
Right.
So these are things I want. Let's talk about it. I want us to talk about it. Right.
Yeah.
So,
did we freeze?
So sorry about that. That put Callie actually on the map. Now she's a name. Now the talk is talking around her. And then, like I said, in this tournament, Jessica showed her up really bad. Jessica was in her chest the whole time, right? Arguably, people said Jessica won that fight, and if I wasn't a veteran and if I didn't know the climate of what what boxing is, I would easily give Jessica that fight. But there's some generalship involved that would make it so that Jessica she still didn't deserve the win.
Right.
Because, like I said, generalship, you are supposed to be able to dominate and control the fight and show that you are doing are doing this to that person. I am taking this person apart.
Yeah.
Right. I am making this, I am disposing of this person. Don't y'all see this? So right? So that's how that works. So now this tournament, now floating in the winds, is Callie Ray's coming up versus Chantel Cameron.
Yes.
And I heard through the grapevine that Chantel went to Gleason's last weekend and cleaned up. So that girl ain't playing.
See the insides. We're hearing all the inside information right now in Ladies Box.
Well,
I'm loving it. It's Ms.TooBad's corner right now.
I mean, y'all talk to me, right? I mean, I'm so excited to be here. Thank you. Thank
you for coming on. We're getting close to the end of time, but
okay.
But, yeah, so we're definitely gonna have you back. Maybe we'll get you coming back and dropping some information to the streets every couple of weeks or so. If you'd like, that'd be awesome, and you can let us know. You can let us know on a regular what's going on behind the scenes of women's boxing.
Sounds good.
We have a great idea from someone in the chat that says, "When does the Sugar Show with Ms.TooBad start?"
Ooh,
on the Talkin Fight channel.
Well, yeah, how about a Miss Sugar Show for real?
I would love a Miss Sugar Show.
All right. Well, you know what? Let's end up today's talk and stay on.
Wait. I had a quick question about just about your fighting career. Usually when we talk to fighters, I have my other laptop.
Talk to me.
I got my other laptop set up, so I usually have some of the highlights. So I got some of your highlights on the screen here.
Yeah.
I can see. I was gonna ask you what your favorite punch or combo was, but you're great at the straight punches. Your jab, you use that full extension. You could tell you have a good educated jab, that long straight cross that you come with. What was your favorite part of the fight, whether it's a favorite punch or a favorite step?
As a fighter, I was very unconventional. Like I said, I came up in a time where women weren't boxing, and then no one wanted to teach you. So when you did get a gladiator, like my boxing dad, I call him my boxing father, Johnny Gant, he was a top rated welterweight. He fought Sugar Ray Leonard, and he had his thing. I've been around Vernon Forrest. I've been in Steve Cunningham, like all of these guys, Andre Berto, all of these guys I came up with them. So I learned from them and what they did. But what I did was I put a female spin on it, because I fought, generally I had the moves like a dude, but the thought process as a woman is different. When you're fighting a woman, it's different. We crazy, okay? When a woman decides to fight, trust me, a man will say, you know what? When women decide to fight, it's on blood. It's on my children, okay? So, what I loved about being a fighter and having the opportunity to fight was the mental game.
Yeah.
The mind.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's what it was.
Yeah.
Right? Before, at the weigh-in, at the press conference, and then you get to the ring. I liked that whole thing because it was a fight all the way. And Sugar made sure she won every fight. I was going to out-dress your ass. I was going to out-talk your ass. I was going to shit talk. I was going to do all of that stuff.
Yeah, I love it.
And then when we get to the ring, I was going to beat your ass. Right? Because it's a fight.
Yes.
So I said, I totally enjoyed that part of it. I love the fact I was very deceptive.
Yeah.
Meaning that, I was very powerful, but I learned to not come through the door with it.
Right.
I also had a longer reach than what my height was. So my reach was that of a girl that would probably be 5'10", 5'11".
Right.
But my actual height is 5'7". So yeah, guys, she got long arms like a gorilla.
She got those
you used it, you know, but because some people think just because you have long arms, you're gonna have an advantage, but that's only if you know how to use that advantage.
If
right?
you know how to use it. So I was and like I said, I was very deceptive. So I used that depth perception. I was able to reach into different aspects of fighting. Right? I was able to fight you out in deep water, but then I would allow you to come in because I had good footwork. Right? And I was able to use angles.
Yeah.
And then, when I broke you down and got you good and tired, I was in good condition. I had good conditioning. So I was going to start hurting you. Yeah. So that was the thing about my career. And I am excited to see what these girls are coming with. But like I said, they're just very few. It's a hamster wheel, the 1, 2, 3, the one, come on, bring the real one. I want to see some real stuff. I want to see some girls getting slumped.
Me too. Me too. Fair, man.
It used to happen.
I want to see
it used to happen, especially in the amateurs. Veronica Simmons, Letitia Robinson. Yeah. Those girls used to slump girls. Yeah, man. And you talking about Clarissa, who's a point, who's winning off of points? Yeah. I can't give it to you, baby girl. I love you to death, but I can't give it to you.
Yeah.
So that's where it is, guys.
You got to be putting people to bed, man. They got to be going.
You got to give them that, right? Telling you, and like I said, either you're born with it, you can grow and stop people, but that's a divine thing right there. I don't know. I used to knock men out in the gym, not to my own horn, but right. If you're going to give it to me, I'm gonna take it.
Exactly.
Nice,
Miss Sugar, thank you very much. Thank you,
Miss Sugar, Ms.TooBad.
Miss
Y'all know who I am.
Yeah, man.
Y'all know where to find me on a Friday.
Yeah,
with you.
Thank you, Natalie, for coming on today. Honestly,
thanks for having me. It was so fun.
We're definitely going to have you back. Stick around for a few minutes. We'd like to talk to you afterwards.
Awesome.
Yeah, definitely. But to all the fans out there that are watching today, who've tuned in to this wonderful episode and special episode of Knuckle Up, Female Friday at 4 with Mike and Cedric, Benn in the Den. Yes. Thank you again, Natalie, for joining us. We will see you guys tonight on the panel at 7 o'clock. Don't forget, 7 o'clock, same time, same channel, new topics. And we'll see you guys later.
Peace.
Peace.